We begin today's show looking at the spate of racist text messages referencing slavery that were sent to Black people across the United States starting the day after Donald Trump's election victory.
They are regretting right now.
I want to publicly say that we are regretting our votes at this point. Okay, y'all, I never thought I'd say this, but here in Huntsville, Alabama, we are certainly regretting our votes for Trump now.
After Trump won, some white voters did this to Black Americans, sending them racial text messages, not knowing that karma is around. Now, Black Americans, a lot of them were supporting Kamala Harris, and the white voters, or we call them MAGA, supporting Donald Trump. But after Trump won, now they think everything is better for them and decide to mock Black people, sending them text message, racial text message. At karma is karma. You know, what you are doing to others will usually come back to you someday. Now, I want you to watch this video a little bit, and then we continue.
We begin today's show looking at the spate of racist text messages referencing slavery that were sent to Black people across the United States starting the day after Donald Trump's election victory. People in New York and Alabama, in California, Georgia, Illinois, Indiana, North Carolina, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, and Virginia, including students at historically Black universities and even middle schoolers as young as 13 years old, reported getting a variation of this message that was addressed to them by name. Quote, "Greetings, William Hines. You have been selected to pick cotton at the nearest plantation. Please be ready November 7th, 2024 by 5 p.m. sharp with your belongings. Our executive slaves will come to your address in a Black SUV. Be prepared to be searched down once you've entered." A similar text message sent to a man in Charlotte, Virginia read, quote, "Greetings, Samuel. You've been selected to pick cotton at the nearest plantation. Be ready at 12 p.m. sharp with your belongings. Our executive slaves will come get you in a brown van. Be prepared to be searched down once you've entered the plantation. You are in Plantation Group W." Monet Miller described her reaction when she received the racist text message.
I immediately texted the number back. Who is this? Oh my God, profanity. And then I even tried to call it. And that's when I found out it was like from a fake text, one of those fake numbers. So it had already been discarded.
The FBI and FCC, that's the Federal Communications Commission, say they're now investigating the racist text messages, and the source remains clear. The Trump campaign remains unclear. They just know it comes from Text Now. Trump campaign spokesman said it, quote, "has absolutely nothing to do with these text messages." This is Georgia's NAACP president, Gerald Griggs.
Our response is to remind the young people where they come from, who they are, and that we do not sit back and allow people to threaten us without a response, a nonviolent, peaceful response, but a forceful response, that this is our country. We're not returning to any plantation. We built this country. We'll continue to make this country move forward and live up to the promise that it gave all the citizens.
Messages are deeply disturbing, right? You know, as you said earlier, children as young as 13 have received these messages across the nation. I believe across 32 states. You know, this is a disturbing message to receive shortly after the election, right? But the sad part about it is that this is only the beginning. You know, when we see what's happening in this newly elected administration, we've seen this before, right? You know, the stripping away of diversity, equity, inclusion, the stripping away of our rights, right? You know, messages like this continue to set a precedent in terms of racism in America, in our schools, and in our phones. It's important for us to be able to protect our young people and allow them to understand that they deserve to be in those spaces, that they are a part of our community and our culture, and they're a part of what allows us to propel our future.
Auntie Bev here with another word to help you build your vocabulary. The word is anathema. It's a noun. And anathema means a strong hatred for something or someone. Using it in a sentence, I would say, text messages filled with anathema were sent out to hundreds of high school and college students, including young people I know. Anathema, a strong hatred for something or someone. Add that word to your vocabulary bank and make it your time, your shine. Auntie Bab speaks.
After Trump won, they celebrated. The MAGA voters, the white voters, celebrated the Trump win. And they started to be racist towards black Americans. But right now, they are crying. White voters or MAGA voters are crying out here. The white people are now seeing what black people were telling them. Just see this video, how they are regretting right now.
Yeah, we voted for Trump in 2016, 2020, and 2024. We live in the Florida Panhandle, and we thought that this would be good for our business. But we're finding out now that we were wrong, and I want to publicly say that we are regretting our votes at this point. My husband and me own a construction company, and we literally do not have workers anymore. Most of our workers are from Mexico, and they're good, hard workers. I talked to a few of them, and they said they were just too scared to come back to work because of all the raids. Our construction company is likely to go out of business now, and we don't know what we're going to do, but we're never voting for a Republican again. Ron DeSantis and Trump have been passing laws that negatively affect our business, and I just want to say that I'm sorry for voting for him. I grew up Republican, and it's all I've ever known, but now I can see that me and my whole family have been very wrong about this. So we hope that 2026 comes and we can take back the House and the Senate and stop him from what he's doing. There's a special election coming up in Matt Gaetz's district, and we're going to do everything we can to advocate for a Democrat taking that seat. Okay, y'all, I never thought I'd say this, but here in Huntsville, Alabama, we are certainly regretting our votes for Trump now. Look, y'all, we just got this letter from the electric company that says because of a Trump executive order rolling back Biden-era legislation, that our electric bill is going to go up $100 a month because of what Trump did. Now, this man ran on bringing prices down for us, bringing grocery prices down, bringing energy costs down, housing, insurance, and none of that has happened at all. This is literally crazy. I mean, it's almost like the Democrats were telling the truth the whole time and the Republicans have just been lying nonstop. I know that's completely crazy to even say because Republicans have always been a beacon of truth. But, yeah, this letter has me so pissed off that I'm never going to vote Republican again. And I'm going to do everything I can to make sure we flip the House in April. That's what we need to do now, because Republicans have just been lying to us to get our votes. Isn't that crazy?
I didn't know that he was going to take my husband's tractors away. Also, I did not know that it was going to mean that my little boy was not going to be able to go to Head Start no more. And then I did not know that we was going to be out all of the cashes from the food stuff. I did not know we was going to be losing that money, okay? We need it. And then I heard that they was going to mess with Papa's Social Security. And this is just a little bit more than we can stomach around here, if you know what I mean. So I don't know who we need to call to fix this. We need to call somebody and talk to the manager.
I was a dumbass, voted for Trump. It was the worst decision I ever made.
I've seen the light, and I got out of MAGA. A lot of us there have seen the light. We have deep regrets.
I feel guilty because I voted for Trump twice. I feel very guilty because I feel responsible. That's why he's still running.
I was with Trump for 9 straight years. I'm disappointed. I'm very disappointed in Trump right now. I'm no longer rocking with Trump.
I used to be a MAGA Republican, and now I've turned blue. And it makes me emotional to know that I ever fucking stood by idly and blind and let that shit happen.
Because I know that I have been a Trump supporter, and I can no longer say that I am MAGA. And
I regret my vote for Trump.
I voted for Trump. I'm done. I have I need more resilience in me.
Well, y'all, I never thought I'd say it, but I'm going to say it. I regret voting for Donald J. Trump. I regret it. I regret it. I can't believe it. He is getting rid of the USAID. These people were literally making it so that people in Arab countries that throw gay and transgender people off of buildings, he was, he got rid of the program that was teaching them to have tolerance for those people. The USAID was spending millions upon millions upon millions upon millions of dollars to try to integrate transgenderism and all that into their daily life. We were spending millions upon millions upon millions of dollars to teach diversity to Middle Eastern countries, y'all. I mean, are you for real? And now y'all are just going to get rid of it? Y'all are just going to get rid of it like that? You don't care if people that are gay and transgender are getting thrown off buildings in those countries. Y'all just don't care. And now I can't believe it, but I regret voting for Donald Trump. I can't believe I voted for a man that does not want to fund gay and transgender rights in other countries. I don't get it. I don't get it. They're just going to continue to throw gay people, transgender people, queer people. They're just going to continue to throw them off of buildings. And nobody cares. Nobody cares. We need to spend millions upon millions upon millions of dollars to try and get them to change. Will they change? Probably not. But the millions and millions of dollars that we're throwing at them, it could make a difference. You don't know. You don't know. It could make a difference. It could make a difference. But now we're never going to know. We're never going to know because Trump and his minions and that Elon Musk, who nobody voted for, by the way, okay, is just taking the USAID and throwing that money, I don't know, into something that, I don't know, makes sense. Like what? They're going to use that money to help homeless veterans or something? We don't need that over here. We need to fund diversity in other countries in the Middle East. We need to fund that. Why are we worrying about our veterans here? Why are we worried about drug addiction here? Why are we worried about anything here in the United States when we can be giving all those millions of dollars to the people in the Middle East to stop them from throwing gay and transgender people off of buildings? I never thought I would say this. I never thought this day would come. I really didn't. I mean, I thought I knew what I was voting for, I thought I knew. But Donald Trump, man, he's just out of control. He's out of control. He's trying to save money for the American people by taking money away from organizations that are just giving our money to, they're just trying to diversify. They're just trying to diversify. They're just trying to make it so that gay and transgender people don't get killed in their native countries. I mean, come on. Come on. If we don't do it, who's going to do it? I can't believe I'm saying this. Donald Trump, how dare you? How dare you stop spending those millions? How dare you stop spending those millions of dollars to try and help those people not get thrown off of buildings when you could be helping? I mean, are you kidding me? And now you're trying to use that money here to help people here? I don't get it. I just don't get it. God, you're such an evil, evil man, Donald Trump. And Elon Musk, don't even get me started, okay? Don't even get me started. All I could say to you is, my heart goes out to you. My heart goes out to you.
Welcome. Now, white Americans right now are unhappy with Donald Trump because they voted and they are receiving what they voted for, even if they don't like it. And one of the things that is making them angry and is making them to regret is about the economic concern. Now, right now, we have inflation and cost of living. It's very high. Some of the white people, middle class and lower class, cannot afford to pay for mortgages, cannot afford to do anything in the country because the cost of living is so high. And they feel like Trump policies such as tariff and tax cuts for the wealthy have led to rising price and economic instability. Some things that black people told them, but they ignored them, and they were even racist towards them. And they were even happy, very happy that Trump won. The cities that they have mentioned, like Alabama or New York, those cities that they have mentioned here, this is where a lot of Trump voters came from. But again, why are you racist towards other race because someone who you voted for has won? This shows that Trump is a bad idea to black people, or Trump is dangerous to black people. I've seen a lot of complaints on videos that Trump is racist, but I'm seeing right now the speeches he has been making since back then, the decisions he has been making. It's most of them, it's a racial decision. See what he is doing in South Africa. He is creating tension, racial tension, segregation tension, and discrimination tension in South Africa, trying to bring back what was there during apartheid. Okay, some things that is making white Africans to cry out, to regret voting for Donald Trump is the moderate and independent voters. Another thing is the concerns about extremism, climate, and social issues. Like even some former Trump supporters feel exhausted. Like the white farmers, the MAGA farmers, we have the veterans, they are out here complaining how they are regretting voting for Donald Trump. Now, that's not the issue. For you, regretting is not the issue because each and everyone will get what you deserve after choosing one leader. Yeah, if you choose a leader, except to smile or to cry, because some of them, they just give false promises. But again, black people want all of you. Black people want Latinos. See how Latinos are suffering right now. They are in the street protesting because of the immigrants' laws. They want you against voting or voting for Donald Trump in. Now, let's talk about the racial text message calling black people slaves. Idea of white people calling black people slaves up to now, it's a historical root and systematic influence. Though a lot of black people or a lot of white people right now, they say, oh, don't crucify us by the mistakes our ancestors did. But even right now, you are still racist. Even right now, some white people are still racist towards black people. And that is why up to now, we or black Americans or black people are still holding this protest. They are still out here with Black History Month, these unions still fighting for justice in America, because up to now, the legacy of slavery is still living. In the US and other parts of the world, the transatlantic slave trade and colonialism created deeply racial hierarchies. Even after abolition, many institutions continued to reinforce racial divisions through segregation, discriminatory laws, and social norms. Now, media and stereotypes. The media has been portraying black people in a different way than white people. So even the kids who are, kids who are born right now, who are rising right now, the American or white kids, they still get the idea of racism. They are still shown the idea of racism. They are still being taught racism, either by their parents or by the media. Okay? Another thing is economic disparities. Structural inequalities have kept many black communities in lower economic positions, reinforcing class-based prejudice that can be misinterpreted through racial lens. Another thing is education and misinformation. Now, we have something we call modern-day racism and white supremacy. There has been significant effort to dismantle racist ideology, but people have refused to change. It is 2025. Sending racial text message to black people, it is abnormal. It's not like right. It's like you are out of your senses, because these black people are the one who are running your economy. These black people you see here can help you in any way. These black people have been warning you about what is coming to befall America, about the falling of American empire, about the falling of American dream. They have been here trying to fight for you, trying to fight for white American, trying to fight for white women, trying to fight for other marginalized groups like Latinos, Asian. But at the end of the day, they are being seen as black people who love struggling, slaves. Because our history is evolving, working on farms, cotton farms, sugarcane farms, even right up to now, you are seeing us as slaves. It is systematic racism. Deep down in your brain, you are being brainwashed and you don't see anything good. So, as I said earlier, they did this to black people, but now they are regretting. Black people are quiet, just relaxing. Some of Jamaicans are relaxing, eating ake fish and the soup, no pressure, because already they know what's happening. They know what may befall them. They are ready for anything because they have been here for so long on this path. It is not new to them. About segregation is not new to them. Discrimination is not new to them. So they are ready. And that's why you don't see black people on the roads protesting on these laws and immigrants' laws that are out here. Some of Latinos and white people are like, black people are just quiet. Why are they not supporting us? No, black people have been supporting you for all along, but see the results. The results is that you are mocking them. You are seeing them as slaves. That's bad. And that's why I love some white people who are here trying to educate their fellow white people, trying to to bring a new world out of this. So it is hard time to change a mind of colonized mind or brainwashed mind, but they are trying. But at the end of the day, karma is here, eating each and everyone. MAGA supporters and those who never voted for Donald Trump. White people, black people, Latinos, But it's better for some of people knew that what is coming. But for those who never knew what will come to them, they're the one who are suffering. Tell me what you think on the comment section, okay? Until next episode, peace out.